What's up, guys? Today's video is about embracing the pain. Um I think the biggest realization that I've made thus far in this journey is how we tend to sort of run away from pain and run away from anything that sort of makes us feel negative emotions. But if you were to think about it, if you felt happy all the time, it would feel not so normal. We would kind of also not grow. Um, and and I'm saying this, and I'm not just like glorifying pain or glorifying hardship and negativity, but I'm saying that pretty much if you love something, you love both sides of something. You love your parents because of their flaws. You love your girlfriend, your boyfriend because of their flaws. You love your people, your friends, your family because of their flaws. And in fact, that's what makes them even more beautiful. And I know it's corny and I know that it probably is what you hear all the time, but you can't love something without loving the other side of something. Then it would be like pretty much you don't actually love it, but more so, it would be like you don't love it, but rather you just sort of idealize a verb, or you like the idea of it. Yeah, that's the perfect way to put it. And when you love an idea of something, then your heart is not really within the truth of it. Because most of the time when we love things, you have to fully be in that. You have to participate in the full experience. You have to embody it. You have to live it. You have to know it. And you have to be able to balance the scales. Because of course, we know that life is about balance. And if life is about balance, that means love is also about balance. That's what this video is about today. To a certain extent, I've come to even love things about, or hard things about my journey. I used to hate the fact that like posting would kind of make me feel like I'm begging for attention, or like I want to be seen, or it would just, I don't know, it feels like I'm being exposed in a sense. But the truth is, I do want to be seen. I do want to add value to people's lives. I do want to be visible, because I believe personally that my voice has some story to tell. If it can even just better one person, then I'm doing all I can, and I'm serving my purpose, or what I think my purpose is. It's to a point where now if I feel like I feel uncomfortable with doing something that I know is gonna push me forward, that I know that is gonna add progress to my life, I do it. I force myself to do it. Like if I feel like it's tugging at the uncomfortability, or making me feel, I don't know, there's a feeling that you get when you do things that you know are good for you, but like your body's just resisting towards it. So I do it. I take a big deep breath and I do it, because I know somewhere along the line, somewhere is really gonna help somebody. It's really gonna help me too. And that's just how the world works too. That's how the universe works. If I help myself, I help somebody else, and if I help somebody else, I ultimately help myself. So I believe in that, and that's why really even the negative emotions, I know inadvertently sort of grow towards the positive in the long run of things. And you might not see it now, you might not feel that way, but if you just really keep that faith and keep that belief and keep that knowing, then you cannot lose. Imagine Imagine if you did the things that you felt uncomfortable doing, that you know would put you in a position where you wouldn't be feeling lesser than, or feeling like you're stuck or stagnant, or feeling like you're still in the same position. Imagine if you're shy about posting, but you really do want to post, and you start doing it every single day, and that grows a confidence in you that you would have never had if you just did nothing. Imagine that. Imagine if if you woke up and started working out, and your body just feels lazy, but you do it anyway because you know where you need to go, and you start seeing the results. But you wouldn't have seen the results if you didn't do it. And it's like, sometimes you just have to trust your will over your body, because sometimes your body has stored trauma, has stored pain, and then I guess all the negativity that may come with anything that you're trying to do that is progressive. And so sometimes you just feel safe with just doing what you're used to doing. But the more you challenge yourself, the more you embrace the pain, the more you do things that are painful, or may to your brain may seem painful, and you actually do them because you know where you want to go, and you know why you're doing it. And from that, you grow. I don't know. There's just some beauty behind that. There's just some beauty behind growing through the pain. It's almost like poetry sometimes. I remember when I was still in high school, I used to write poetry. I used to write every time I felt this massive pain, this great pain, whether it be from disappointment, from rejection, from failure, from heartbreak, from loss, from grief. I would write something, and it would be one of the most beautiful things I've ever written. And to a certain point, I used to ask myself why all my artistry comes from pain and comes from all the negativity. But in a way, that was me growing. That was me transmuting the pain into something that is beautiful, that is tasteful, that is progressive, instead of me just harboring it and allowing it to defeat me. And so that's the reason why I'm making this video today. And this was a point that I made in the last video as well, where I spoke about how I've gotten comfortable with the pain because I know how rewarding it is at the end. Sometimes I post like content, like my TikTok. I'm also like a musician, an artist, an actor. So sometimes I'll post something on one of these social medias, and I'd get like a negative comment, and I smile about it because I know that it means I'm doing good. I know it means I'm headed somewhere. I know it means I'm doing something right. And yeah, maybe they could maybe hurt a little, but ultimately, I think I really appreciate it, because in a way, it's like I'm headed in the right direction. So, and that's something I'm also like constantly training myself in, is allowing that pain to be there, to spur me on. Generally, also, I'm the type of person that's like doesn't regret any past experience, or like anything that's happened to me that felt bad or was bad, or even if I maybe messed up, because I feel like those are vital into building the person that I'm trying to be, the person that I am right now, and the person that I'm gonna be most proud of. So to wrap this up, don't let pain, trauma, loss, grief be the reason you stop. Let it be the reason you overcome, the reason you conquer.